Hello, my Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this new moon in Sagittarius to full moon in Cancer. Whoopsie. December 2020. I'm your reader, Archangel Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions. The Archangel of Lyons, Archangel Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hey, my bulls. How y'all doing? Thank you, my subscribers. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the shares. I love it so much. I love seeing myself flying around the internet. It's kind of cool. My work. I mean, so much myself, my work. Thank you so very much. If you are new to my channel, I'm a Virgo. I'm really big on supporting earth signs because we're the only fucking sane ones in the zodiac. So that being said, let's get down to business. If you are new to my channel, please do consider liking, subscribing, and all that YouTubey stuff. It just helps people get the info and helps me evolve my career. That being said, we are doing a What Do I Need read, a 6-card draw, one card from 6 different decks, from my Pantheons of the Divine through 6 different card systems, 3 oracles, 2 tarot cards, and 1 healing system this time around, so that you can navigate this waxing moon, right? This Sagittarius new moon, which goes void, of course, the same moment it goes new, which is so unfair. 11:17 a.m. It is also an eclipse on December 14th, right? So it goes, oh, eclipse, new moon, void, all at the same time. But then we look at the waxing moon moving towards the full moon in Cancer, 5:28 a.m. December 29th. We will most likely be doing something the night before. We'll catch the waxing peak of that the evening before, so that would be the 28th. So that's why you might want to subscribe to my channel and hit notifications and stuff, because I do live streams, super chats, whatever they're called, for new moons and full moons and Sabbats when I can, right? And they're fun, and the community that I'm building is there, and they're so much fun. We're cool, right? Aren't we? I mean, I could call some of you by name here, but let's not, because I know you're watching, my Taurians. I love you all so much. So let's get down to business, right? Stay in the present moment. Focus on your breath. Ground and center, right? Be here now. Take what resonates. Leave what doesn't, right? It's all of those things simultaneously. What's happening in your nervous system, in your body, as you hear and see what comes out in this reading. And then by all means, check your other signs. These are relatively fast compared to the other readings I do. So, you know, there's time to check your other signs, because you might need to know about other situations in your life, or the same situation you can see from different sides. Your sun getting different than your moon, S-U-N, just to clarify if you have an S-O-N. All right, let's do this. Enough exposition. I'm done with that. I hope you are too. If you have any questions, please comment. Breathe. Alrighty, my angels, please, starting with the Healing with the Angels Oracle. All the decks that I read are in the description box at the bottom of the description box. Okay, both feet on the floor. I hear you. My angels of Earth and the sign of Taurus. My Arielites, my Urielites, my Orielites, my Archangels, please, one card in clarity for the Taurus collector, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. What is the healing angel they need to call upon this new moon in Sagittarius, waxing to the full moon in Cancer, December 2020? Ooh, the healing of abundance. Perfect. Taurus, second house, prosperity, abundance, lifelong values, fixed earth, right? The things that are your body you value. It's a long-term purchase, so to speak, your home, your car, but also those things like honesty and honor and truth, the things that are really foundational, right, are all second house things. So to call upon the angel of abundance would indicate that there has been lack. I mean, if you're going to look at any of the healing angels, look at what the opposite is. That's what they're there to help you heal with. I mean, you have to do your own part, but they're here to really help you heal. I can feel this. And this is very physical. This feels, because it's Taurus, very physical, visceral. This could be financially, of course. That's immediately where people jump when they hear that word. I mean, abundance and prosperity. Prosperity, Proserpina, Persephone, right? The Roman name of the goddess Persephone, the goddess of spring, but her mother is Demeter, right? So there is something, feels very Taurian, Mother Earth, feminine, fixed earth here for you in terms of perhaps even generational income, and that's not a phrase I use that often. Let's keep going. We've got the new one, the Crystal Oracle from Tony Carmine Salerno. Picked it up in Saratoga when I visited my parents, because I get my car serviced up there because I bought it there, so it's free. And it makes me see them every 3 months, and we're all wrapped in antibacterial, antiviral. No, they leave their house more than I do, so it's all good. Don't worry. We're all good. We're teachers and lawyers, my family, so we know the what we're doing here. So let's talk to Archangel Ariel, my personal Archangel. I dedicated, cleansed, and consecrated this deck to her. She's beautiful. She's, by the way, the Archangel of Lyons. I got the name Elistariel spiritually when I was 22 years old, only to find out that Ariel, the shining star of Ariel, is my spiritual name. Angel is the Archangel of Lyons, and my name is Archangel Lyons. So it's nice to have a deck just for her. She's great. And I thought, oh, this will be cute when I picked it up at the Magic Moon on Fearless Street in Saratoga Springs. Hi, Veronica. But it's really good. I'm surprised how good it is. Because this can be not just the crystal that you need, but really the messages in the book are rather deep. Breathe. Archangel Ariel, my beloved. Angel of nature, right? Powers of the north element of earth. Please, one card in clarity for this Taurus collective. Sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. This new moon in Sagittarius waxing to full moon next in Cancer 2020. What that angel of healing abundance, the healing angel of abundance. What is the crystal message, oracle, what have you, that they need? Ooh, pyrite, fool's gold. Very, very Taurus, though. Like, not like amethyst or, it's like pyrite, which is really good for money magic. I mean, I've used it for money magic. Different than fey gold or fairy gold, which, I don't know, turns to horseshit and then by daylight. Do not trust the fee. Why can I not find it here? Okay, pyrite. Emotional balance. Good. Psychological strength. Okay, that's new to me. Relationships and protection. Let's just read this. It's my first time pulling this card. You may be feeling emotionally unbalanced at present moment because you have allowed yourself to at least partially believe another's critical judgments of you. Okay, this malicious criticism was directed at you by someone who falsely believes that they will gain something by belittling you. See what I mean? I'm like, whoa, all that in that rock? That's a lot. That's a lot on a piece of pyrite. To regain your mental strength and emotional balance, you must realize that this whole episode is simply emotional blackmail. Holy fuck balls, Tony Carmine Salerno. That's specific. You are dearly loved and held in high esteem by many. So see this episode for what it really is, and do not allow yourself to be so affected by what one person says. Others know the truth. Pyrite can help strengthen you both psychologically and emotionally. What's going to keep you grounded, right? So that's what I like about this deck. I mean, like, I've been working in crystal. I worked in, I think, my first metaphysical job. I've been working in the spiritual industry since I'm a teenager. Was like, it must be like 19 years old. Alora, A-L-O-R-A, a little crystal store in Porter Square, Massachusetts, when I went to the conservatory after I left the conservatory and pursued my life as a mystic for fun and profit. Yikes. So, like, particularly earth signs tend to be a little bit more into stones and crystals. I think it's a little bit obvious, just like air signs are usually more into perfumes and incense. There's just a feeling here. It's like whatever it takes to ground you, to pull your energy back into yourself, because it just feels like there's something financial here. So maybe what they think they have to gain by belittling you, if that's true, is affecting your money or is about. Or at least something that's so bedrock to you. Just so funny. It's just funny, those two cards together with that particular, like, what I never would have put that emotional blackmail thing with pyrite. But I like it, right? It doesn't feel bad. It's just a general read. It's awfully specific for a general read. All right. General specific. Yes, general specific. Daughters of the Moon Tarot. What do you need to know about going on inside yourself? Heart, throat, third eye, and crown. This is interesting. My goddesses of Earth and the sign of Taurus, Demeter and particular, but really any of the earth goddesses, the divine yin, the yin force, half the universal energy. What is it that this Taurus collective sun, moon, rising Venus signs most needs to be aware of and embrace inside of themselves this waxing moon, Sagittarius new moon to full moon next in Cancer, December 2020, you're timeless. With this card of abundance, the angel of abundance, they need, and pyrite they need. Well, then here we go. Inside we've got the Four of Cups. In this deck called Sorrow, but can also be just dissatisfaction emotionally. Like if someone is really emotionally blackmailing you and you are taking this to heart, then Four of Cups is different than the Five of Cups. Five of Cups in this deck is the storm. That's really upset. This is like, womp, 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 womp. Like, oh my God. But here's what I'm getting. That thing of pyrite, stay grounded. Feel your feelings. They may very well be triggering something. See, this is just me as a healer. I know this stuff. Like if somebody says something here, all right, I'll give you the giraffe. You'll understand what I mean in a minute. If someone calls you a giraffe and they're like, you are a long neck, leaf-eating, Serengeti running, giving birth to babies, their feet hitting the floor, giraffe, you'd be like, okay, somebody's off their meds, you have yourself a nice day, right? I mean, everybody on planet Earth to an extent is like that, right? If they're not completely tapped in and they're calling you a giraffe. But if they call you ugly and your mother dresses you funny, right? Or they say, well, you don't know what you're doing. This could definitely be about work. Right? This doesn't have to necessarily be a romantic thing. With abundance, the healing angel of abundance is going to have to do with your income in some way, shape, or form, or your wealth, right? Maybe the generational wealth. That maybe there is some emotional blackmailing going on here. Don't fall for it. It's a trap. It's a ploy. It's and I mean the Taurian. Look, I know a handful of Taurian men. I know a crap ton of Taurus women. You do not screw with them. Now that's the thing. You're probably not showing it though either. You're probably just brooding in a corner, collecting collectibles to avenge yourself, whatever. I know Earth signs. I have no planets in Taurus, but I mean the Taurus men that I've been with have been lovely, but it's never been anything more than a physical situation, I know. Oh, we've got so many flippers in this deck. I apologize. Oh, no. Because this deck, the Mythic Tarot, I use for the other side of the universal energy, right? We got all of that. Let's do this way. We got all that divine, feminine. Look, the Four of Cups is not that big of a deal, but do get yourself the rest that you need. If you get the healing mantra card, dispelling sadness, I will feel better once I get the rest I need. That would make sense. Because the fours are about rest, right? Like gaining stability to then move forward into the changes of the five, right? Don't you dare. Breathe. My gods of earth, the sign of Taurus, please, one card in clarity for the Taurus collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. This new waxing phase from this new moon in Sagittarius to full moon next in Cancer, December 2020, please. I got the angel of abundance they need, pyrite they need, emotional blackmail, but like it hit or it hits them. So it hasn't happened yet in terms of this very specific timeline. So please, with that Four of Cups, what do they need to be aware of outside of themselves? And this could be so many different ways of looking at this. So please, my gods, what do they need to be aware of outside of this new moon to full moon next? Page of Swords, immature communications. This is coming through gossip, or it's coming through in a way that if you kind of like, maybe it's something that's just like, okay, they're giving me different ways of interpreting this, but not hundreds, just like two, I think. One is immature communication. To me, the Pages of Swords are not necessarily people. They're court cards, but they are messages, messengers as well. But they may not, like gossip, right? Immature communication. But then there is that immature communication that starts with hello, hi, hello. Sort of gotcha for you there. Hi. If you're not watching, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Like that Page of Swords, like somebody says something, it's, I get it. I totally get what this is saying. Don't let this, well, here's the thing. Someone will say, don't let this affect you. But at the same time, if it affects you, oh, it's like I said, if someone calls you a giraffe, right? Someone's off their meds. If someone says you're what is it? You're ugly and your mother dresses you funny. You don't know what you're doing. It hits you. That doesn't mean it's true either. It's the same thing as you're a giraffe, but you believe that one. That's the point of that one. So this might be a healing opportunity for you to really call in the angel of abundance to say, okay, well, where's my abundance of self-confidence? We're not done here. This is only 4 out of the 6 decks we're looking at here. I have a feeling these 2, because of the nature of them, we're going to really get some powerful healing info for you, particularly from the Whispers of Love Oracle. Same publishing company as Crystal Oracle. Breathe. All right, higher selves have all involved. We got someone picking on one of the earth signs, please. Higher selves, 5th dimensional and above, 1 card in clarity. Whisper of Love Oracle, the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. This new moon, look at me, I'm appeal for you now. This new moon in Sagittarius, waxing to the full moon in Cancer, December 2020. We got the card of abundance, that pyrite card telling them that there's some kind of weird emotional blackmail going on here. Someone thinks they're going to get over on them by saying something. They're taking the hit. They're feeling the 4 of the cups because of the Page of Swords, this like immature thing. And it doesn't feel good. So please, what is the whisper of love from their higher selves this new moon to full moon next December 2020? The piece of information, inspiration, or insight they most need. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. See, this is saying if you really get that whoever, whatever this thing is, and you actually, well, you're going to react the way you react. And I'm not big on having people suppress their reactions. What you do is you pull back, you call for the help that you need. Perhaps you withdraw a little bit and you allow those feelings to come up, understanding that if it's a trigger, then there was something there to be triggered. And that anybody who says, I mean, look, it's not like we haven't done it. When your nervous system is overloaded, inflamed, right? A personality arises out of that, and that is called the ego. And I got that really different places, but it was Matt Kahn that really connected the link of an inflamed nervous system with what we consider the ego. It's not really our personality, it's our conditioning that's burning off, and it has to go through that process. But that doesn't mean it gets to run the show unless it possesses a shadow possession, all that stuff. So can you imagine, maybe you can't right now, because if someone's really hit you, demonstrate love, find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. Well, what is the part of you that is hit by this? I don't want to say stupid, because if it's part of the divine plan, it's not that it's stupid, but it's like releasing something for you to release within yourself, right? To heal. But remember, this is a waxing moon read. So this might be something that increases in time. So, I mean, just as a strategy in terms of your action, I think that there's great wisdom here in this demonstrate love. It says just be loving. If somebody gives you, if someone's loving, the natural response is to give back love. But if someone does something that is not loving, well, the soul's response is to give love. The ego's is to retaliate, right? Usually vengeance, anger, revenge, what have you. But if you understand that this person or whoever, these people perhaps, this Page of Swords vibe that you need to be aware of, understand that if it's cliquey, C-L-I-Q-U-E, right, of a clique, if it's just stupid gossip, it's coming from a lack of power. Right, and it's a compensation mode. It's a compensation thing. They're in pain, in other words. So be loving. Make them eat their own fucking words. You know, there's a weapon that we must use in our defense. Silence. When you look at them, look right through them. That's when they disappear. That's when we'll be feared. Doesn't matter what they say. In the jealous games people play. Hey, hey, hey. Our lips are sealed. From the book of Fun Boy 3. Yes, they wrote it. The Go-Go's covered it. Thank you, Jane Wheatland. Breathe. Wheatland, breathe. Jane Wheatland and Mark Wendland. Mark Wendland. twice nominated, thrice nominated, Tony nominated set designer, best friend of mine. There's nothing to do whatsoever with that song. Here we go. Please, my Ascended Masters, last card down. I love being Generation X. Oh, they wrote this part well. The Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. Please, my Ascended Masters. One card in clarity for my Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. I mean, the higher selves have really given them the strategy there to love themselves, to love it. What is not love is a call for love. A Course in Miracles. Got it. Please, what is their perfect healing mantra, my Ascended Masters, for the Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs this new moon in Sagittarius waxing to the full moon in Cancer, December 2020. Expanding inner power. I am my most powerful when my creativity is given a voice. Now, I know you can't see that. It's white ink on a pastel and beige card. Look, here's the thing. This is about your creativity. This doesn't mean you express it to them necessarily unless you're really looking at expanding your inner power, because you're at your most powerful when your creativity is given a voice. Now, if you got this 4 cups in there, give your creativity a voice, right? Write a song. I don't know. Write something that would, make people dive for the remote with kittens and puppies involved, right? If you're a songwriter, right? Get it out. But that doesn't mean to the world, right? Give yourself some creative expression here. You are Taurus. Write it, journal it, scream it, dance it, but no one else needs to see it. See, that's why I feel like even though I just gave you Fun Boy 3, yes, I know the Go-Go's made it popular, but Our Lips Are Sealed. Yes, you can hold that boundary for the rage, for the anger, for the tears. No one needs to see that stuff, right? Unless you want them to. But to then use this creative process. I'm going to read it from the book, but I've gotten this card so often. Expanding inner power, because if someone tried to zap your power, that's okay. That's because they ain't got it. Remember I said there's a power dynamic here? So this is how you jumpstart your own or recharge your batteries. Expanding inner power. I am at my most powerful when my creativity is given a voice. When inner power expands, you're able to openly communicate your truths, aspirations, and ideas as a way of circulating the energy that pours in from the cosmos. All right, you get that? So the energy pours in, this power, whatever's going on in you. As you use your creativity, it brings it through the chakra system, right? So from source down and through to the root into the external world. As energy gets circulated by the sharing of your ideas, the universe is given permission to pour more inspiration, passion, and joy into your energy field. Does that make sense? Right? So the more you keep saying, well, I got this idea and I got this idea. Now, you don't have to tell people about those either. Florence Scovel Shinn, The Word is My Wand, or I forget which one of her books it was. You can get them all together in The Golden Wisdom of Florence Scovel Shinn. It's a really, well, it's the 1920s and earlier stuff, but it's worth it. Don't hand your bubble to bubble poppers, right? Don't share your ideas. It's okay to keep this stuff to yourself, right? But as you express them, write them down, take steps on them, the universe gives you more, right? This is a lovely read. As your inner power expands, creativity becomes the life force of source energy surging through you to inspire the embodiment of your higher self. Highest self. Huh. This mantra is ideal for resolving creative blocks, healing traumas. See, that's what I feel like. If this really zaps you with that 4 of Cups, what someone says or is being said about you, I mean, I get it. Nobody likes that. But if it's hitting you like that, is this bringing up a trauma? Now, technically, the medical definition of a trauma, physically, psychologically, what have you, excuse me, while my contact lens wants a life of its own, it supposedly can't be healed, like a traumatic brain injury, right? Why do they call it traumatic? Because it can't ultimately be healed. But it's interesting, it says healing traumas. So Matt Kahn just put an end to that concept at least. And releasing blocks of stagnation, right? So let me give you the blessing here. This makes sense. This does make sense. So I like shuffling them and giving you the blessing. Here we go. Take a nice deep breath. May my beloved Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need this new moon in Sagittarius to full moon next in Cancer, that they may demonstrate the love that they need for themselves, that they need to give to others, and perhaps to those that might very well be pulling some emotional blackmail here, because they're not doing so well here. And though my Taurians might go through a bit of sorrow, a bit of a bit of malaise, I wouldn't call it out and out depression, but if there's something traumatic there about that is triggered by some kind of Page of Swords communication, that they need to call upon the Angel of Abundance there. The Angel of Abundance for their own confidence, their own strength, to bring them all that they need as they expand their inner power and abundance of inner power, being their most powerful when their creativity is given a voice for their well-being, even for the well-being of those who would be foolish enough to come for a Taurus, and for the well-being of all. So would it be, and so it is. There you have it. Please do check your other signs, right? Go see, because you want more information on this from other signs if it's available there. So, thank you so much for watching. Please do just like the video. All you gotta do is hit that little thumbs uppy thing, and the rest, if you are so called, I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, thank you so much. Wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of this new moon in Sag to full moon next in Cancer. My Taurians, I love you all so much. Hail. Farewell and blessed, blessed.